Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. I'm going to shuffle them just a few more times. This is a two-part reading with the overall energy of the reading in the middle of the first part of the reading. So Capricorns, let's find out. What can you expect coming up in your life? If this reading does not resonate with you, please check your moon sign, because that is your private and emotional side. Or get a private reading from someone you trust. All cards are male or female. Okay, Capricorns, the overall energy of your reading is the Six of Cups. There's a soulmate in your life. You might have known them since childhood or college years or before in this life. You've definitely known them from another life because they're a soulmate. But this is like a very sweet energy. It might be the beginnings of a relationship. The only cup in the deck that's allowed to have anything in it and it still be sincere is this in the Six of Cups. It has a flower. So this surrounds your entire reading. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the Page of Pentacles. So you're really, this is a young energy too. You're thinking about security. You're thinking about groundedness, stability. You're kind of like trying to figure out what your future looks like with this new soulmate that is in your life. You're really up in your head here. You've got these swords of truth and clarity, and it's like this time that you spend alone. You're really going through. You might have, like I say, maybe this person has come back in your life from earlier, but there's something going on. Okay, this is the Nine of Swords. So this is definitely about thoughts, and these are thoughts of truth and clarity. These are thoughts that you can't stop, and they just keep going through your mind. So what's going on here? I need to find out just as much as you do. So there's something going on. You're really up in your head about the security and the stability of this soulmate. Like, are they going to stick around? Is there really a future between you and them? I have the Six of Swords next to the Nine of Swords, so I feel like you're going to be moving out of this energy of the Nine of Swords. It's going to take some work. It's going to take some truth and clarity, because look, you're gathering up swords, and they're on that little boat. You're moving away from rocky waters, which is this Nine of Swords energy. I mean, maybe something happened. I mean, maybe there's a misunderstanding or something going on here. But you're moving away from it, and you're moving towards calmer, more peaceful waters. It's taking a little bit of work. It's taking a little bit of time, but you are doing it. So I think so far what we have here is maybe it's a failure to communicate or a miscommunication. But it's going to be resolved, because you're moving forward. I have the Nine of Pentacles under the Page of Pentacles. This can be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So I think this is your energy, Capricorn. I think that you are stable and secure on just being on your own. But you have doubts about this soulmate. So do you really want to give up your independence and, become connected, or kind of like, see, this is an offer being made. So do you really want to accept an offer from this person that I think you're having doubts about their, whether they can be committed, secure, and stable in your life? Because, if you did, you may have to give up some of your own independence. You have all the pentacles. You are secure and stable. You are self-confident, So I think this is what you're battling with in your mind here about what to do in this situation. Right next to the Six of Cups is the King of Wands. This is fire, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But this is your energy. You're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand, and your hand is on your hip with your other hand. You're ready to move forward. You want to move forward. You are moving forward slowly. But it's all about this soulmate. It's like, do you want to move forward with them or without them? What is best for you? You can't seem to make up your mind. What is best for you here? I have the Two of Pentacles under the Nine of Pentacles, and it's just like I was thinking. It's a lot about the Pentacles. You're having your ups and downs about this relationship. You're having in your thoughts, okay, in your head. It's like one day you're like, yeah, you know, there's a real possibility here. And the next day you're like, God, I don't know. You know, it's just really asking too much of me. There's rocky waters back here. This is what you're moving away from in the Six of Swords, these rocky waters. And it's like you're on a roller coaster ride. You're confused. You can't figure out if you want to move forward with this soulmate or not. But this Chariot is right next to the Two of Pentacles. This is a card of moving forward, right under the soulmate card. Now, I know you're thinking about it. Are you going to move forward with this soulmate? It's all up to you now. The ball is in your court, so to speak. And all you have to do is snap those reins and you can move forward. And it's like you're halfway want to and you halfway don't. You have a decision to make here, Capricorn. This is a card for Cancer. I think I told you that. So it might be strong in someone's chart around this reading. It feels to me, excuse me, I have the Ace of Swords next to the Chariot and under the King of Wands. There's a conversation that needs to be had here with this soulmate. That's what the Ace of Swords is all about. Truth, clarity, through conversation. So in order to know how you want to move forward in your life, you're going to have to speak up. You're going to have to discuss your feelings, you know, about moving forward and about your reservations that you have with the soulmate on whether or not, you know, they really can be stable and secure, and what they, you know, it's kind of like, you know, ask them, what do they see in moving forward in the future? What do they expect of you? You know, and then you can, you know, have this conversation, what you expect of each other, and that's really going to help you decide whether this is the right thing or not to move forward with them or to move forward on your own. Either way, you're moving forward. Let's take out the second part of this reading. There's always more to know from the universe for Capricorns. Oh my goodness, you are headed right toward the sun. Oh my gosh. Wheel of Fortune, you can't stop the universe. It's moving you forward. Okay, so I got the sun up here in your highest energy next to the Six of Swords. Moving forward with swords of truth and clarity, away from rocky waters towards a smoother, calmer, more peaceful place in your life. That means getting out of that Nine of Swords energy. The sun is, like, I think, the best card in the tarot deck. This is fresh starts, new beginnings, and here's the King of Wands. You are ready for a fresh start, new beginning, but you can't decide if it's with the soulmate. There's a lot of love and a lot of joy associated with this card. That's what's on the other side of that lake there. You're heading towards that. With the help of the universe, I have the Wheel of Fortune right next to the sun. This is the wheel now. The wheel of the universe is spinning. You can't stop it. It's for your better. Wheel of Fortune. So, you are moving forward for your better in this situation. You can't stop it. I think this honest conversation is really going to help you decide which way to go. And I kind of feel, I'm looking at these cards down here, and I'm thinking that this soulmate may really not be the right one to move forward with. I have a feeling there's more cards that I already see. But I don't think it's going to be hand in hand with this soulmate, but I do think you're going to keep them in your life, okay? I think part of this conversation is like to remain friends, but as far as moving together forward in a committed relationship, I don't see it. I don't feel it. I think you're moving forward on your own. I think the universe is trying to help you get past a tower moment with this person. It's like the blowing up of an idea of moving forward together. I have the Two of Cups under the Sun and next to the King of Wands. So I really feel like you will remain friends. This is another soulmate card. There is love between the two of you. You really do care about each other. And this is a card of a soulmate. Soulmate with love, best friends. I really feel like you're going to have a meeting of the minds that let's just stay best friends and, you know, just kind of keep in touch, you know, and stay friends. This conversation, I have the Ace of Swords, which is right next to, which is in the Queen of Swords hand right here, right under the Wheel of Fortune, right next to the Two of Cups. The Queen of Swords is air energy, so that's Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. The Queen of Swords here, the energy is you speaking your truth. We know that's going to happen. There's going to be a conversation, and you asking for their truth. And I think you're going to find out you might be on two different pages, okay, in moving forward together, that maybe I think you're going to figure out you're going to be better off as friends, really good friends, actually, maybe even lovers, but not really moving forward together in a commitment, okay, at this point in your life. There definitely is a respect, and there definitely is a love between the two of you. And I think you're definitely, this conversation is helping to move you forward. It's kind of a blow up. It's kind of a tower conversation, but it puts an end to the stress, the Nine of Swords, on whether or not you're going to be in a committed relationship with this person. I don't think it's going to be committed. I think you're both going to figure out, not right now anyway. I do have the Five of Wands next to the Queen of Swords and under the Tower moment. So the Queen of Swords, you know, is pointing right at this. This is anxiety. There's stress. There's confusion. We already know that. We got all this stress, all these swords coming through your mind, all these thoughts of truth and clarity. You got the Two of Pentacles and all that confusion, this going back and forth. What do I do? You know, I'm not being clear on your path. So you're going to talk about it here. And there might be a little bit of scuffles, like a little bit of arguing maybe about how you each see moving forward, and that's going to kind of, I think, seal the deal in you're not on the same page together. As much as you care about each other, you're just not on the same page. I don't think you want the exact same things, and that's what you're going to discover. So the Wheel of Fortune is here. The universe is moving you forward, and you are moving towards a beautiful place in your life. It's just that you didn't know whether to take them with you or not, or to go with them. Either way you want to look at that. There's some healing going on right under the Two of Cups and next to the Ace of Swords. Very spiritual, stained glass windows. Swords of truth and clarity. And it's like these moments you spend alone, you're like soul searching. You're seeking advice from the universe. You are meditating. You could be praying on guidance, you know, how to handle this situation. Well, it's right next to the Ace of Swords. And I think just being honest is the best way to handle this situation with your feelings and to have that conversation, because you feel kind of stuck. You feel like you don't know, you don't know all the truth and clarity. You really don't know what's on their mind until you actually talk to them and ask the questions right under the Queen of Swords. So I think this is what you're finding out through all this soul searching is you just got to have a conversation, okay? And that's going to set you free. This is a card of illusion. You're not really trapped in not knowing the truth and clarity. You're going to seek it, and you're going to seek it through your mouth here. You're going to ask. You're going to talk. It's a sad, it's like, we have the Three of Swords here. It's kind of a sad situation. because like remaining friends, we have the tower moment. I think maybe they really wanted to move forward, but I think the both of you really do come to the conclusion that at this moment, at this time, it just doesn't feel like it's the right thing to do. I think you both have your own ambitions, and it's just kind of a sad thing. But you know, it works out for the best for everyone. The Wheel of Fortune is up here. It's not to say that it won't happen later. I think the timing is off. And I think you both have some ambitions of your own that you need to fulfill, that you want to fulfill, and then maybe you can come together. So I get this feeling that you just need more time. Your relationship needs more time to become committed. You both have things you need to finish up, things that you need to accomplish and do, then you can come together. What's under the deck? The Page of Wands. Well, the Page of Wands goes right there. This is speaking up. Again, it's about something brewing from the bottom of your feet, and it's going to come out your mouth, and it's all about moving forward, holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings, which also lands on the Sun, which is fresh starts and new beginnings. You know, I feel like you're both headed towards this really nice place. The Sun is right above the Two of Cups. I just feel like in this reading, Capricorns, that the timing is off, okay, and you both need to do what it is that you need to do before you can come together. I'm really feeling like you will be coming together, but there's things, like I say, that you both need to do in order to do that. You're going to have this honest conversation. It's brewing. It's been up in your head. You know you need to have it, and it's going to come out. And you will be moving towards a really nice place in your life. I think they are too. And then maybe it'll be time to come together. So Capricorns, this is your reading, and I thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.